Welcome, teachers. We have talked about how Learning Journeys Pre-K helps you create an effective and developmentally appropriate classroom to maximize your students' learning. Today, we will talk about how to set your classroom and get ready to teach day one. These are the topics that we will address. Explore your Learning Journeys Pre-K1 material, setting your classroom, setting your centers, establish routines, meeting students' needs, theme launch, a week of instruction, get ready to teach, theme wrap-up. Before you begin planning your lesson, take a look at all the material that the program has. Listen to the CDs and find where the teacher's guide says which track you'll need. Open your teacher's resource DVD and listen to one of the big books. Look at all the printable material and find out if there is any material that you can use to set up your classroom. Look at the rhymes poster, the alphabet cards, and the picture cards too. Organizing your classroom. When children come to school, you want them to feel safe and secure. So the first step to an effective classroom is organizing your space. Whole group area is where you will gather children for each day's morning meeting, circles, and story time. It should be large enough for all the children to sit comfortably. Center areas can be created using shelves, walls, rugs, or tables. Each area should be large enough to accommodate several children and the necessary materials. Creating a print-rich environment helps children learn that print has meaning. The following are a few ways you can create a print-rich environment in your classroom. Label items such as a clock, the daily schedule, centers, center materials, tables, chairs, and computers. Label cubby holes with each child's name and photograph. This will help children learn to recognize their own names as well as their classmates' names. Add an alphabet strip along the wall at children's eye level. Children can reference this strip as they work in centers. Bring environmental print into your classroom by placing empty containers of brand name products that children will recognize from their own homes in the Pretend and Learn Center. These might include empty cereal boxes, yogurt containers, milk jugs, magazines, and so on. Create a letter wall by displaying the Learning Journeys Pre-K1 alphabet cards horizontally across the wall at children's eye level. Display each child's picture and first name under the correct letter. Highlight the first letter in each child's name by underlining it or writing it in a different color. Continue to add words and environmental print to the wall throughout the year. Center time is a time for children to participate in exploration and play. You can pick a daily center activity or combine a few to best fit your practice and assessment needs. These are a few examples. Library and Listening Center. This is a cozy, library-like area. Furnish it with carpeting or a rug, cushions, and comfortable chairs or beanbags. Include books representing a variety of genre, themes, and cultures. Pretend and Learn Center. This is a place for dramatic play. Stock the area with items such as toy stove, a refrigerator, shelving, and a table. This area should also include costumes and props, as well as toy animals or dolls, doll clothing, and doll furniture. ABC Fun Center. Stock this area with magnetic letters, letter cards, and picture cards, as well as writing materials such as paper, pencils, and crayons. Writing Center. Stock this center with different kinds of paper, pencils, markers, a laminated set of the Learning Journeys Pre-K1 letter cards, and small cards with interesting or theme-related words. Math Center. Stock this area with math manipulatives related to the concepts you are developing during the math circles. Science Lab Center. This is a place where children become little scientists. Stock the area with magnifying lenses, measuring cups, and material related to the themes you're studying. Art Center. Include one or more easels, as well as tables and chairs. Stock shelves with basic art supplies such as mugs, non-toxic paint, paper, brushes, markers, glue, and scissors. Establishing routines. Young children need environments that offer structure and predictability. One way to create structure in your pre-K classroom is to use routines. Learning Journeys Pre-K1 includes two types of routines, instructional routines and management routines. Instructional routines are designed to help you deliver instruction in a consistent way. Instructional routines are provided at the point of use in your Learning Journeys Pre-K1 Students Edition. Management routines. It is a good practice to implement management routines in order to create an efficient and effective classroom environment. The following are some ideas of routines that can be established from the first day of school. Begin the day. Follow the rules. Clean up. Wash your hands. End the day. Routines may vary depending on the number of students in a class, the schedule, the classroom structure, and the preferences of the teacher and the school management, but the importance of establishing and maintaining routines for pre-K children throughout the school year cannot be understated. The daily task of taking attendance is a perfect opportunity for children to learn their own names and the names of their classmates. Each morning, in the Learning Journeys Pre-K1 classroom, children check in on the attendance chart. Create an attendance chart by posting children's name cards on the wall or in a pocket chart. Keep another set of name cards in an envelope or basket near the chart. Have each child match his or her name card from the envelope with his or her name card on the chart. It's important for children to know what's expected of them in the classroom. Therefore, it's a good idea to spend time at the beginning of each year teaching children which instructional and management routines you will use. As you get to know the children in your class, you will recognize who needs more support and who needs more challenges. Make it easier. These notes are designed to differentiate instruction for young children and children with emerging skills. These may help you to make activities somewhat easier, provide extra scaffolding, utilize visual support, help children proceed at their own pace, help children focus their attention, make it harder. These notes are designed to help you differentiate instruction for children who need more challenging learning experiences. These notes will help you to make activities somewhat more difficult, extend activities, or encourage interest-based investigations. Theme Launch. The Theme Launch page will help you organize your teaching. How will you introduce a big question? Do you need any material to support students' understanding? What background do students need for this lesson? Is it something familiar to them? What is the Pretend and Play Center and what material will you need? Keep it fresh activities to keep students engaged throughout the unit. Review the possible material you'll need. Now you're ready to start. First, look at your weekly plan. What are you going to teach? Song for morning meeting. Do you have a song for morning meeting? Do you have a favorite song you like? Song for Sing and Move. Which track is it? Listen to it several times until you know the song. Question of the week. How can you help students understand it better? Which sound will you teach? Which letters will you teach? Vocabulary? Big Book. Read it beforehand. Check the pronunciation and intonation of words and then the rhythm of the story. Math concepts. Science. Social studies. Which one is for today's session? Will you work in centers? Which centers will you use? Module 1, Week 1, Day 1. Each day will require 1 hour and a half to teach the content plus another hour if you want to work in center time. Read the objectives for the day as well as the material you will need. Look at the big question and the question of the week. This is your first morning meeting. Do as the teacher's guide suggests and show children where to put their school bag and lunchbox. To sign in attendance, guide each child to find their name and put it where the matching one is. To complete the morning meeting, sing and move to the song Everybody Has a Job, track 1 on the audio CD. There are strips that you can print that show Ollie following the routines children should perform. Readiness Circle, 30 minutes. Have children move to the space you have designed to work in a circle. Introduce Ollie the puppet and follow the instructions on the teacher's guide. Address the big question with the help of Ollie. Tell students about the story they will read, Little Red Hen, showing them the big book. You'll be using the Students' Edition, page 5, to introduce the characters. Follow the routine suggested to introduce each character. Name the character as you point at them. Say the name again. Have children point and repeat the name of the character after you. Phonological awareness. In this section, follow the three-step routine. Introduce model. Use your picture cards of dog, cat, duck, and hen. Elicit or tell them, what animal is this? It's a hen. Guided practice. Point and model sounds the animals make and have children repeat the sounds after you. Your turn. Make the sound of an animal and have children identify it. Alphabet knowledge. In this section, follow the three-step routine. Introduce model. Use the rhyming poster 1 Little Red Hen. Point to the letter in the title and tell them it's a letter. Then point to other objects so children can see what a letter is. Guided practice. Point to a letter or picture on the poster and ask them if it's a letter. Have several children answer. Your turn. Have volunteers come to the poster and point to a letter on the poster. Vocabulary. Read. Vocabulary also follows a three-step routine. Introduce model. Read the title and text out loud, pointing to the text as you read. Guided practice. Point to the hen on the poster. Show them their hen and ask what color is she. She is red. Ask children to find other red things on the poster. As they do, provide the vocabulary. Good, it's a table. Your turn. Repeat the poem with the children. If you have time, repeat the poem several times. Look at the pictures. The children are in circle time. It's important to follow this routine because it's a way to foster a sense of community where everyone is a valued member of the class. Search for ways to keep your students actively involved in the circle time activities rather than passively sitting while you do all the talking. Keep circle time fun and engaging by adding movement to the mix. Story time. This will take you 15 to 20 minutes. Now it's time to read. Shared reading, introducing the story. Remember that storybook reading is a critically important factor in young children's reading development. As you read the book aloud, all of the children who are being read to can see and appreciate the print and illustrations. Display the big book. Read the title pointing to every word you read. Preview. Start with the first 2 pages and point to different characters. Remember, you have already introduced the characters while working in the readiness circle. Children repeat the characters after you, then point to the objects on each scene. Have students repeat the words. This is a barn, a farm, a field, a flower. Look under the flower. These are seeds. Discuss. Point to different characters and ask, is this Sleepy Cat? Students will answer affirmatively or negatively. Social Study Circle. Three-step model again. Introduce model. We're ready to go home. I need some friends to help me clean before we go. Guided practice. Use Ollie to show students what you're saying and what you want them to do. Ollie, can you help me please? Ollie says yes. Thank you, Ollie. You're a good friend. Then ask class, can you help us clean up, please? Your turn. Let's put away all the toys and crayons and paper. Have children put the items away where they belong. Thanks for cleaning up. This is going to take you 10 minutes. Wrap up your day. Before you do it, read the Make It Easier box. Follow the suggestions to help students understand you. We're talking about cleaning up, so mind the actions yourself and model the language. Revisit concept. How can we help each other? Tell children that today Ollie and all the children help you clean up. Ask children for the other ways to clean up the classroom. Mime the actions as children start showing you how to help. Describe what they're doing. Look, you're picking up a paper. Thank you. This was the first day of instruction in K1 using Learning Journeys Pre-K. The key to the program is to do a little every day. Theme Wrap-Up. At the end of your unit, you'll find the theme wrap-up. This page is designed to wrap up the unit by addressing the big question and reviewing the lessons using the graphic organizers you have done with the children. I hope you enjoyed teaching with Learning Journeys Pre-K1. Thank you for your time.